So let's look at a few more examples because we went over some of them, but I still want to clarify it even more. Because sometimes I talk to Americans who did learn the Dutch language, but then they would not use inversion and it would sound very English or American, and every Dutch person would notice it. And then sometimes if Dutch people notice it, they just switch to English because they're like, you can't speak Dutch anyway. But you're going to be different. You're going to do amazing, okay? You're going to get this thing down. So the word want has no inversion, right? So, ik ben moe, I am tired. Ik heb de hele dag gewerkt, okay? So those are two sentences, but you can connect them with a conjunction, right? Ik ben moe, ik heb de hele dag gewerkt. I am tired, I worked all day. And even here, I have the whole day worked. They put the whole day in the middle of it. Anyway, let's not go into that. So, if you say, ik ben moe, want ik heb de hele dag gewerkt. I am tired because I worked all day. See, it's the same. They don't change anything. There's just put the word want in there, and it just stays the same after that. The word maar, but, very important. Yes, but. Ik moet naar school. Ik heb geen zin. Yeah, that's too bad. I have to go to school. I must go to school. I don't feel like going. Ik heb geen zin. Zin hebben is to feel like something, right? So, ik moet naar school, ik heb geen zin. But you can put those together. Like, I have to go to school, but I don't feel like it. So, you say, ik moet naar school, maar ik heb geen zin. So, if you look at it, the sentence is exactly the same, except for the word maar is put in there. So, no inversion, easy, right? Ik moet naar school, maar ik heb geen zin. And of course, you put a comma there. I have to go to school, but I don't feel like it. And N is also really easy. Ik moet weg. I must away is it literally. I have to go. Ik heb haast. I am in a hurry. And ik heb haast sounds more like I have haste, right? Like the old English. I have to go, I'm in a hurry. If you want to say, I must go and I am in a hurry, you just put the word N in there and it's done. It's done. You don't even need a comma. Ik moet weg en ik heb haast. Very simple. And the word although, hoewel in Dutch, is a little harder because hoewel can be put at the beginning of a sentence or at the beginning of the clause sentence, right? So, ik ben te laat, ik doe rustig aan. I am too late, so I'm too late, right? Ik ben te laat, ik doe rustig aan. I am taking it easy. And rustig aandoen is to take it easy, so it's a common expression. Hey, doe even rustig aan. Yeah, doe rustig aan. You can tell them like, hey, take it easy. And do is do. Rustig is restful. Restful. Rustig. Rust is rest. So it's rest like. And on is on. So really what they're saying is do restful on. So you gotta take more rest. Ik doe rustig aan. Now if you want to put those sentences together, there's two ways of doing it with the word hoewel, right? Although. You could say, although I am too late, I am taking it easy. Or you could say, I'm taking it easy, although I am too late, right? So it's two different ways. So let's look at both of those. Hoewel ik, and here comes the inversion, see? Hoewel ik te laat ben, so ben gets shoved to the end of that part of the sentence. Hoewel ik te, and never cross them over. Never put the verb at the other side of the other part of the sentence. That doesn't add up, okay? Just it has to stay within that little part with the comma, no matter what it's called. Hoewel ik te laat ben, instead of saying hoewel ik ben te laat, they say hoewel ik te laat ben, because the word hoewel in the beginning causes inversion. Doe ik het rustig aan. And then because it's the clause sentence, they switch it up. Isn't that fun? So they say, instead of ik doe het rustig aan, they say doe ik het rustig aan. It just messes it completely up. That word hoewel, although, just messed up the first part of the sentence and the second part of the sentence. I hope you can follow all this. But if you say ik doe het rustig aan, hoewel ik te laat ben, then it's easier, because then the first part of the sentence doesn't really change, and the word hoewel only changed the second part of that sentence. Ik doe het rustig aan, same thing, I'm taking it easy. Hoewel ik te laat ben. So, although I too late am, that's what they say. Hoewel ik te laat ben. So if you put hoewel, although in the second part of the sentence, it only messes up that part. If you put it in the first part of the sentence, it causes inversion in the first part of the sentence, and it reverses the verb and the person in the second part of that sentence. I hope that makes sense. Okay, the word terwijl, which means while, right? Je was in de auto, you were in the car, you was in the car. Huh? And if they say it in Ebonics, you was in the car. Je was in de auto, je luisterde naar de radio. Those are two separate sentences. You were in the car, je was in de auto, je luisterde naar de radio. You listened to the radio. Okay, very simple. You were in the car, you were listening to the radio. Je was in de auto, je luisterde naar de radio. But if you want to say you were listening to the radio while you were in the car, you could say je luisterde naar de radio. See, same sentence, same part of that sentence, right? So nothing got mixed up yet. But then the word terwijl messes up the second part of the sentence and causes inversion. So instead of saying terwijl je was in de auto, you say terwijl je in de auto was. All the way to the back. Was, you were, goes all the way to the back. Well, not you were, but were. Not the word you stays in the front. So literally they say you listened to the radio, same thing, while you in the car were. Does that make sense? Now again, just like the word although, hoewel, if you put it in the beginning of the sentence, it messes up the first part of the sentence with inversion and the second part of the sentence with reversing the verb and the person. So you say terwijl je in de auto was, literally, we're going to do it literally, terwijl je in de auto was, while you in the car was or were, luisterde je naar de radio. So the first part of the sentence is inversion, remember that, and the second part gets mixed up. Instead of je luisterde naar de radio, you say luisterde je naar de radio. So literally it is listened you to the radio. So literally this sentence, terwijl je in de auto was, luisterde je naar de radio, would be while you in the car were, listened you to the radio. See how both parts of the sentence got messed up? But that's the perfect grammar, and if you get that right, man, that's advanced. Okay, so omdat. Let's do one example, because you can do the same thing with omdat. If you put omdat in the beginning of the sentence, it messes up both parts of the sentence. But we're just going to do one for now. Ik doe mijn jas aan. I do my jacket on is what they literally say. So I'm putting on my jacket. I do my jacket on. Ik doe mijn jas aan. I'm putting on my jacket. Ik heb het koud. And that's a common expression to say I have it cold, which means I am cold. So they say I have it cold, I have it warm, I have thirst, I have hunger. That's what they say. Ik heb het koud means I am cold. But if you put I'm putting on my jacket because I am cold, so there's a cause. It's connected, huh? Ik doe mijn jas aan omdat ik het koud heb. So as you can see, the word heb, to have, gets shoved all the way to the back of the sentence. It's called inversion. Ik doe mijn jas aan omdat ik het koud heb. Because I it cold have is what they say. Because I cold am. If you want to say it that way. But ik doe mijn jas aan omdat ik het koud heb. Because I it cold have. I'm putting on my I do my jacket on because I it cold have. See how literal translations don't work? But if you think that way, then you're like, oh, that's how they say it, you know? So it's kind of funny language if you think about it. But I guess to the Dutch, English is a funny language because they say it in a different way. Like, yeah, if you'd say that literally in Dutch, it wouldn't make any sense. Zodat. So that, right? Ik leer hard voor mijn toets. I learn hard for my test. That's what they're saying. I'm studying hard for my test. Because if they say studying for something, they say the word leren, to learn. Ik leer hard voor mijn toets, zodat ik een goed cijfer krijg. So that, and then there's the inversion, I a good grade, think of cipher, deciphering, cijfer, that's a grade, krijg. zodat ik een goed cijfer krijg. So that I will get a good grade. Okay, so ik leer hard voor mijn toets, zodat ik een goed cijfer krijg. And I've said that a lot in high school. I'm like studying hard for my test so I get a good grade. Ik leer hard voor mijn toets, zodat ik een goed cijfer krijg. The word totdat, until. We've already gone over one sentence. Let's look at another one. Je mag tv kijken. So literally they say you may TV watch because to watch TV. They don't say you may watch TV. They say you may TV watch, right? Because it's a subject. Totdat je naar bed moet. Totdat is until. You to bed must. And to bed is to must go to bed. Je moet naar bed. It means you must to bed. And really, it just they leave out the go. I don't know why, but maybe it's laziness. But if I say, hey, je moet naar bed, it means you must to bed. You have to go to bed, right? So we say je mag tv kijken. You may watch TV until you go to bed. Totdat je naar bed moet. And you could say totdat je naar bed moet gaan. Yeah? Gaan meaning to go. You could go to bed. But nobody ever says that. They just say go. They just say to bed. You must to bed. That's what they say. TV kijken totdat je naar bed moet. And I say that to my daughter a lot. The word dus is so. As in a cause and a consequence. Ik heb vandaag veel geld. So they say, I have today lots of money. Right? I have lots of money today. Dus ben ik in een goed humeur. En in een goed humeur is in a good mood. Humeur is mood. Think of humor, although you're not always in a humorous mood, right? But you can connect that a little bit. Humeur doesn't mean humor. Humor, like the same spelling as in English, humor, that's humor. But humeur, with the emphasis on the last syllable, is mood. So you say, dus ben ik in een goed humeur. And like we said, the dus, the so, in the sentence reverses the verb and the person doing it. So instead of saying, so I am in a good mood, they say, so am I in a good mood. Okay? Dus ben ik, so am I, in een goed humeur. Okay? Ik heb vandaag veel geld, dus ben ik in een goed humeur. Okay, the word daarom means therefore. It's always at the beginning of a sentence, right? The sun is shining, therefore I am going outside. De zon schijnt, the sun shines, very simple. De zon schijnt. And the ch is right, and the ij is I. De zon schijnt, daarom ga ik naar buiten. Naar buiten. Naar buiten is to the outside. So it's kind of funny like that movie Home, where he said, can I come into the outside now? And they kind of say that in Dutch. So they say to outside. So, they don't go outside, they go to outside. And sometimes in Belgium they say, ik ga buiten, I go outside. But in Dutch they always say naar buiten, to outside, right? So, daarom ga ik, instead of daarom ik ga, they say, go I to outside. Therefore, go I to outside. That's how they say it. Daarom ga ik naar buiten.